Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at ISE 2017. The show literally just opened minutes ago, and I snagged two of the most important people on the show floor right now, Richard Miller and Neil Colquhoun. Both are the director of projection for Epson, North America and EMEA. First of all, good morning, Richard. How are you?
Very good, Gary.
And Neil?
I'm very good, thank you, Gary. How are you?
Good. Both of you guys had big smiles on your faces when I first saw you this morning, mostly because of this Formula One car hanging on the wall behind us. I don't know if you can see that over our shoulders here, but there are 14 projectors. If we can part the C's here a little bit, there are 14 projectors doing image mapping on this wall where they've hung a F1 car on the wall here. And you think about how complicated that is. They're not just image mapping the wall, but they're image mapping all the shapes on the wall with 14 different projectors here. Now, what's interesting about this is that this is sort of a culmination of where we started last year right here in the stand, where you launched the first high brightness 4K projector line that you had, your first high brightness line and 4K projector line here at ISE last year.
That's right. A year ago we had a prototype of this 25,000 lumen projector in the booth and we were demonstrating it. And here a year later now we've got mass production, business is happening, and the product looks great.
And I know that you have big plans for the show this week. You have a lot of customer meetings, a lot of this has opened up a lot of market opportunities for you that didn't exist prior to this product line, right?
Yeah, that's right, exactly, particularly rental and staging. We were always quite a powerful brand in Pro AV, but mainly around the sort of 5,000-6,000 lumen mark, 7,000-8,000 lumens. But yeah, particularly with the laser technology, it's moved us into a completely new ballgame in terms of accessible markets.
Yeah, and so now you have literally a complete line. And as I mentioned, I think last year, one of the things that I think other projector companies have to be cognizant of is that historically, every market you guys have launched into, you've ultimately become number one in that market. I assume that's your expectation here, or your hope here.
Yeah, that is absolutely our, our goal that we're driving to. Under 10,000 lumens, Epson has a very high market share, and that's, kind of been our sweet spot. And we see a very large opportunity above 10,000 lumens, and the product line is starting to fill out. We've got the channel partners in place, and the business in North America and Europe is doing quite well.
Well, before we talk about the under 10,000, I want to address a quick question to you about the high brightness line, because I think one of the keys to being successful in that product line is not only the quality of the projector and the image and the technology, but also the lensing options, because you have to have the right mix of lenses to be able to throw light all different directions and distances, I should say. How has that helped you or hampered your ability to sort of get into that staging element of the market?
Oh, that's a good question. The key thing to remember for the high brightness models is that if you buy an L25000 lens, it's true 4K. And actually, we can't officially say it, but I could show you an 8K test pattern, and it's very, very close to actual 8K. So you buy an L25000 lens, you've got it for the next 10 years, and we've committed to that. For the next 10 years, that lens will be usable. And the most common projector lenses for the L1000 series are also true 4K. So investing in Epson now means you've got the future. And we know that with 4K coming in the future, everyone's going to have to change their lenses anyway. So at Epson, actually, you're getting 4K optics today for products today and for tomorrow.
So that's kind of your in the door, is that, look, you're going to have to replace. Yes, you've got a stock of lenses now with whatever brand you use, but you're going to have to replace them with 4K lenses, so why not go ahead and start now? Yeah. And then while you're doing it, check out an Epson projector. And I think that's a good philosophy, and it's definitely worked. I mean, there's no question that you guys have made a dent in that segment of the market. That's a hard market to break into, but once you're in there, you're in. So I think that's a great testament to not only the technology, but also the thought process of that. Speaking of 4K lenses, I mean, like you said, they're 4K. Everything you have handles 4K now, but obviously people are going to want to see native 4K, more and more native 4K, not just on the high brightness line, but also the smaller products as well, the more meeting room and projector line, more meeting room applications. When are we going to start seeing some of that? What do you think?
You're not seeing it at this show, but you'll be seeing it from Epson in the very near future.
And I think that's one of the questions people are asking, right?
Well, it's a good question. Richard's answered it there, but I'll tell you something else, that at the moment, certainly from a European point of view, 4K is 1% of the market.
And
Okay.
that's the problem, is the content doesn't exist.
The content is expensive and also expensive to transmit. So in terms of Epson's philosophy, with the same with the laser products, it's always been best to market, not first to market. So we understand laser, but it's not just 4K laser people want. They want 4K laser in a compact, durable design at a right price. So as Richard's saying, we know it's important, but we'll launch it at the right time for the market. And when 99% of the market is non-4K, then for us, it's not quite the right time yet.
Yeah, and as you said, the lenses are already capable of doing 4K natively, and what you're doing now is through your enhanced, I think you call it enhanced technology.
4K enhancement,
yeah, 4K enhancement technology. Basically, you're doing what? Kind of describe that in the simplest format, Richard.
Basically, you're shifting pixels, so you're doubling the number of pixels on the screen. So going from the native signal and doubling that to about 4 million pixels on the screen.
Yeah. And we've used the projectors ourselves in presentations that we've made, and it's interesting. Although there isn't a lot of content out there, when you do put 4K content on there, it's 4K. You're actually looking at 4K because of the way you're actually structuring your pixel display. You're actually looking at 4K pixels in it, and it is sort of a good bridge into sort of where we are today versus where we'll be in the future. Now let's talk about some of the meeting room line, your core sort of market, in addition to the home cinema market. Tell us about what you got new here on the show floor.
We've got a number of new WUXGA models that we're showing in the ranges of from 4,500 to 6,000 lumen in brightness, adding HD-based to a lot of the lineup. So really building that out in a compact, very bright 3 LCD package.
And adding HD-based gives it sort of more plug-and-play compatibility with the install market. It seems like HD-based seems to be sort of, it's been accepted by almost everybody in signal routing distribution market, and it seems to be the way that a lot of people see sort of that jump from where we are today with traditional analog and digital signal routing to where we'll go in the future on the network. So that's why you put HD-based on all your projectors? Yeah,
and power as well. So it's just that simple. We want a simple ability to plug and play, as you said. So we're trying to make it as simple as possible to create solutions for end users. So if you can transmit everything you need with one cable, and that's perfect. And putting it on the lower brightness models, it just makes it easier for us to switch from existing projectors into our new models and then get the signals as easy as possible.
And are you showing any of the home cinema products here on your stand?
No.
No, so this is all commercial. You're focused completely on commercial.
I mean, we have, for Europe, we have the IFA show, which is the real big home cinema show. In the past, we've had home cinema booths here, but there's so much great things to talk about in terms of the higher brightness, and we've got some really great business products too for the office. So I'd say you should take a look at those too. Some really good ultra short throw models. Then we'll segment it quite nicely with using IFA as the main home cinema show, which is towards the end of the summer.
Yeah, and I think it's the same way in the States, where at Infocom, it's mostly focused on commercials, so that makes a lot of sense. So congratulations on the success. I mean, this is a great demo. We're going to shoot just some video of just the demo to show people, because a lot of people, I mean, there are going to be 65,000 people at the show, but that means there's going to be 210, 220,000 people in the industry that aren't going to come to this show, and we hope that they're watching. Some of them are at least watching our coverage. So we're gonna shoot this demo behind us after this video. So all you have to do is go online or go on our video search window right now and type in Epson, and you'll find the demo of this. And I'm not going to talk through it. I'm going to just let you watch it as opposed to me talking through it, so that you can kind of get a feel what it's like to be at a show. But that's literally a Formula One car there, 14 projectors doing that image mapping, and so they've gone from prototype to actual production. These are actual production units here, and it's just amazing. So I want you to take a look at that when we get finished here. raypubs.com/ISE 2017. Thanks for watching.